Stop scrolling. Welcome to This Explainer. Today we are tackling a topic that honestly a lot of people tend to put off, but it is absolutely essential. Calculating your exact life insurance needs to protect your family's financial future. We're going to skip all the confusing industry jargon and look directly at the math and the frameworks. We are starting off with a pretty stark reality. According to data from LIMRA, 1 in 3 families struggle to meet their day-to-day expenses within just a single month of losing their primary breadwinner. Now, let's dive deeper into why 1 in 3 families are in that percentage, or in that position. Think about it. When someone passes away, daily life simply doesn't hit pause. The mortgage still needs to be paid, utility bills keep arriving, child routines carry on, and those long-term goals like college, they don't just vanish. A lot of families rely on 2 incomes, or a primary income, to keep that machine running. You take that income away unexpectedly, and man, that financial shockwave hits immediately. It's kind of the elephant in the room, right? But I really want you to ask yourself right now, could your family survive the next 30 days without your financial support? Now, if you're sitting there thinking, hey, I rely on employer-sponsored insurance, I'm good, well, you might want to double check that. The data shows that workplace policies typically offer coverage that's 1 to 2 times your annual salary. Plus, you literally lose that coverage if you change jobs or retire. 1 or 2 years of salary is rarely enough to sustain a family's lifestyle for the long haul. Okay, moving on to section 1, decoding the DIME formula, where we'll be unpacking the exact reason families are financially vulnerable. So to understand exactly why so many families find themselves financially exposed, I use what's called the DIME system. It takes this huge, abstract, overwhelming question. How much insurance do I actually need to turn it into a super simple structured calculator? DIME is an acronym for debt, income, mortgage, and education. So let's explain the DIME system more in depth, piece by piece, to reveal your precise financial gaps. Let's start with the D. That stands for debt. And we aren't just talking about a few random credit cards here. You need to calculate the total monetary value of all your outstanding obligations. We're talking car loans, personal loans, and importantly, certain student loans. There's a really critical fact here. Some student loans will not be discharged due to bankruptcy or death. If you pass away, that debt will put a massive burden on your family or your co-signers. You also need to factor in end-of-life and funeral expenses right here, because they make sure the immediate final costs don't drain your family's bank accounts. Okay, moving right along to the next pillar. I stands for income. The financial rule of thumb that experts recommend here is multiply your annual income by 10. Why 10? Because your family will need to replace your financial support for years to come to cover ongoing living expenses, bills, and everyday necessities. And hey, if you are a stay-at-home parent, you absolutely must include the costs you replace your services you provide, things like full-time childcare, which, as we all know, costs tens of thousands of dollars per year to outsource. Next up, the M stands for mortgage. The goal of this pillar